Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. In today's episode, we're pretty lucky to have some special guests on, and that's Cam and Paul, the founders of Krypto Kiosk. So how you going, guys?
Good, mate. Thanks. How are you?
Very good, thanks. So obviously you guys are working on sort of ATMs or kiosk style that we see in the background there. We actually walk in and get involved. So do you want to talk about how this all works?
I can tell you the difference between our booths and other Bitcoin ATM machines, and that is that we've designed them so that they're a private type of booth. So you walk in, you close the door, it frosts the glass, so you've got complete privacy to do what you need to do, do your business or to educate yourself on how it actually works. A lot of people that walk up to machines that are unfamiliar and haven't used them in the past tend to get, a bit shy about not looking like they know what they're doing. So this allows the sort of new customer to come in and experience Bitcoin and get involved and not look silly in the process of doing it. So
Yeah, exactly. And how long has this been a project of you guys, and how did you get into crypto, and what's the sort of background story?
I was going through my phone the other day and I found a photo of the first machine that we found just over the border in New South Wales, and the date on the photo was the 1st of June. So it hasn't been all that long for us that we've made the decision to turn this into a business and sort of push it out there in a beautiful booth. But the first time we bought Bitcoin, I think it was 180, maybe $200.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long ago, a couple of years ago, and seeing the sort of growth that we have was what really sort of pushed us to get into the industry. And what better way than a beautiful ATM.
Awesome. So where do you guys want to see these booths go? Like what sort of physical locations, and how many are you going to roll out across Australia, and what sort of time frame are we looking at?
we're looking at probably rolling out 50 to 100 here. We don't see ourselves as a 7-Eleven product. We're not going to be, on every street corner. It's kind of an exclusive type of experience. So we see ourselves positioned in places like Virgin Lounges, airports, Qantas Lounge, 5-star hotels, and in the right locations within a couple of shopping centres. We're currently in talks with Westfields and another location that's got 90 really high-end shopping centres as well around the country. So,
Yeah, awesome. So a lot of these ATMs charge exorbitant rates to get in and out of crypto. Have you guys got any rates in mind for booths?
We keep the rates pretty low, but at the moment, one of the main things is the rate source. So even in Australia, between the leading exchanges, we've got a discrepancy of sort of anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 on the last price of the last sold Bitcoin. So it's important to us to get the best rate source. Depending on which website you go to, you'll notice a 10% change in the price of Bitcoin. So we try and get the best rate source for our customers. And at the moment, the fees are very low. So it's really dependent on where else you can go and buy at that sort of price. We offer the opportunity for people to come and do it anonymously and instantly, without having to go through any 3-day KYC approvals or anything like that, which is the main barrier, I think, at the moment for a lot of people trying to get in.
Yeah.
I checked CoinRadar this morning, and that was indicating to me that the 1,900 odd machines that are on the planet at the moment, growing at 5 a day, that are being installed around the planet, the average transaction fee at the moment is 11%. So we're a couple of percent lower than that.
Yeah, I think all the viewers understand those discrepancies. You go on the different Australian exchanges, and it's just the price is just jumping around everywhere at the moment. So understandable. So is this the sort of thing where people are buying these and they buy into it and get a share of the revenue? And how does all this work from that sort of side of things?
Thanks for that. I think that's the exciting part of what we've developed here, is that people can actually own their own booth or a number of booths and join into our business. And we've done that in a kind of unique way that hasn't been done before. We've run franchises and licensing opportunities before, but this one's unique in that there's 3 agreements. One is that you can purchase. One is that you purchase the machine as an asset purchase. Then you can depreciate the equipment over 3 to 5 years and claim your money back that way. As well as then we set up a lease back agreement from you to lease back the kiosk, and then we place it with a service agreement. So it's just 3 simple agreements, and then we share in the profit pool of all of the machines put together in a total. So it's a unique way to do it so that it's fully managed for you. You don't have to worry about the liquidity of the machine, which is obviously a big expense that people don't see. When you first buy a machine, they think, oh, I'll just throw some Bitcoin in and away you go. You normally need about 3 times the amount that you're trying to transact through the machine, held in fiat currencies and in exchanges and all that type of stuff. So it's very costly to do that. So we look after that aspect of it as well as cleaning it, pulling the money out, and making sure that the equipment is in high traffic locations and that we drive a lot of traffic to the machine as well.
So just on that, you said that you guys take care of a lot of the other side of things, but you've developed all this software and everything from scratch as well, because a lot of the sort of generic ATMs that are out there, you thought you could do a better job than that, I guess. Is that the right way to sort of describe it, or?
Well, I suppose the software, you've got to look at the industry now as open source, because the blockchain itself and Bitcoin and everything, it's sort of all open source. There's software out there that you can run on any tablet that'll function as sort of a Bitcoin exchange and a lead through to cashing out Bitcoin. But what we've done is integrated sort of more options to make it simpler for people to come and just do the transaction in 30 seconds and do what they need to do. But we've also integrated the potential for other businesses to use the computer that's inside the booth to offer their different products or services to our users. So whether that might be a new ICO that wants to do a bit of advertising and offer their token sale opportunity at the machine, whether it's a specific coin that we run a promotion for a month, and it features on the screen, or maybe you could sign up for some sort of service by entering your email, password, name and phone number on the teller machine. So it's more than just the ability to go and exchange your crypto. It's sort of an immersive crypto experience whereby you do get the opportunity to involve yourself in a lot of the different products and services that people wouldn't traditionally know about or even find.
Yeah, cool. Do we want to maybe talk about exactly how it works kind of when you're in the booth? So is it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Dash, is that correct?
That's correct.
And it generates a paper wallet, but it also generates a physical card with a near-field communication chip in there. Is that right?
That's correct.
That's one of those cards.
Beautiful, yeah.
But that's got the NFC card, and it also prints you out a paper wallet as well.
And don't worry that you've got a private key there. There's no money on that.
I was going to say, don't hold that private key too close, yeah. And so this is a two-way ATM, because a lot of ATMs out there now are just one way, where you can sort of feed some money into it and add Bitcoin to your wallet or your paper wallet. But this one is a two-way. You can get cash out, and do you want to maybe touch on all that stuff as well?
Yeah, so it'll enable you to come, and if you have one of these cards loaded, you can tap it at the NFC reader on the machine, and you'll be able to redeem, it's called, your Bitcoin in the form of fiat currency. As well as the same way as you scan the private key on that, it'll do just the same. We're working on more advanced features, which I think we'll keep under wraps for now until we have more information to release about them. But ultimately, we want people to have the ability to come and use the machine, even if they don't have their mobile phone or their wallet on.
Awesome.
So we'll talk more about that maybe in the next episode if we.
Yeah, an exclusive, yeah.
But it is exciting that people can come and use our machines with no previous experience at all, within 60 seconds, not having a wallet or any sort of QR code readers or any of that type of stuff, and buy Bitcoin, within under a minute, and that's really exciting.
Yeah, awesome. And those fancy gold vans behind you as well, mate. Is that a sort of a mobile version of the booth, or how do they work?
That is a mobile version of the booth, that's right. So what we've done is we're putting a couple of machines into a van. We've had a lot of requests for our booth to be at events, and we've done a couple of events already, which has been really exciting for us. And we find that it's great promo for the brand as well. And just, I think people need to, I think the ability to have it on wheels, an ATM machine on wheels, is just a great thing, and we see that being a major part of our business moving forward as well. And we'll probably have one of those ready in the next week or two, and again, we can probably get back on the show and show people once we've got it all finished, but it's not far away.
Yeah, well, we're doing our national tour in January, so I hope to maybe work out something to get a van to a couple of those, if not all of them. That'd be fantastic.
Exactly.
Road trip.
Yes.
Exactly. That'd be awesome. And people, we find people really like the privacy and the opportunity to actually sit down and figure something out. So if we can have it neatly placed in the back of a van, and you can actually go and sit in the van,
yeah,
and take your time, take a couple of minutes to have a play around and educate yourself. We think that that's the sort of opportunity and opening that people need to see to give themselves the chance. And I don't know if we can give you an example from an event we did on the weekend where they did have a smaller ATM sort of machine. A lot of the developers are going small and mobile, and which is great for some applications. And through that machine, they took, I think it was $500.
Same event, so they had an event which was based on education of Bitcoin. And they did the exact same event up in Brisbane, and obviously you'd think they'd probably get a few more people to Sydney. And they had it inside the room. They did $500. We had our booth at the exact same event in Brisbane, and we did about $14,500 of business. So a massive difference, and that's because you can't walk past this and dismiss it as, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do that. So and when you've got a captive audience like that, we can capitalise on that, and there are a lot of people holding events at the moment. So that's where we see our brand, as well as being the facilitator of helping people get involved at these events.
Cool. So where do you see this going, guys, in maybe the next 12 months, and then maybe say a 5-year vision from now, something like that?
I think we're more a boutique bank grade teller machine, and we see it sort of becoming a part of the landscape of the sort of bank grade level that we have in Australia. And these machines will be located, or the kiosk will be located in the 5-star hotels, the airport, lounges, and sort of those boutique locations whereby you do have high foot traffic, but it's also safe and secure for the machine to be there.
So we've got imminently we're going to have a meeting with Richard Branson. So that's really where we see our brand as well. Like we've got a trial going into the building, the Virgin head office building in Brisbane. This booth will be going in there for about a week. So all of the senior management can have a look at it and see how it works. And I think that's the first baby step for us to open up Virgin. And if we can get those guys globally, and that's really where we see our brand. We see a few machines here in Australia, but massively in North America is where we want to expand to, Tokyo, London, and beyond. But definitely they're on our target list. Probably Tokyo and North America really are on our radar right at this point in time. Even if we probably won't get all 50 machines out here straight away. We'll feed them out as the market requires them. But I think there's a much stronger requirement for our product overseas right now.
Yeah. So you guys didn't do an ICO or anything like that, which I really like, companies that do the hard work behind the scenes themselves and launch their own product and everything. So congrats on that. And I guess the other thing, I can already hear my members saying, how do we get involved in this, and do we want to go pool and buy an ATM and whatever? So how do people get involved if they want to maybe purchase a machine or just get involved in the business and all that sort of thing?
They can contact us just on our website, which is cryptokiosk.com with a crypto with a K, and or give us a call on 1300 crypto, and that's 1300.
All over social media as well. At or hashtag or app handle is Krypto Kiosk. We kept it simple. So if you wanted to find us on any of the channels as well as Telegram, it's all just Krypto Kiosk. Sign up to our newsletter so you can know when giveaways are and promotions, and we give out. Sometimes we send these to people with money on them and instructions on how to redeem them and all sorts of things. And if you are more interested in the business opportunity behind what we've got to offer, the whole reason that we pull the profits from the machines is we don't want machine owners going, oh, my machine's there and his is there and they're going to do better than me and rah, rah, rah. And we've been in the space before, so we understand there can be things like that occur. We're more interested in people that just want a footprint in an industry that's not going anywhere and is going to grow exponentially over the next few years. They can see the future in just that. And so by pooling the profits, we take away that headache and that worrisome, and that it equally distributes the return from the business amongst everyone who owns a machine, which is really exciting, especially when we can continue adding to that pool of profits over the years that we'll be in business, more income streams. So yeah, that's the whole ethos, behind the idea of pooling the profits. So if anyone's interested in that, it's probably best to just give us a call on 1300 Crypto.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks for coming on today. I hope our viewers enjoy this and they look forward to seeing a few of those booths around the place in Australia. And we hopefully will catch you at a few of our stops when we go around Australia as well. So any final messages, guys?
No, but we've got a crypto shirt coming your way, Alex.
Yeah, get you one of these.
Awesome.
Here's to you, here's to me.
Here's to cryptocurrency.
I look forward to it. Geez, what a week it's been for crypto as well, guys. So enjoy.
Merry Christmas to your viewers.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Thanks, Saunders.
Bye.
See you, Alex.